We have a new light heavyweight champion. No more Shama, Karma. So, he lost at the International Women's Day. Maybe that's a sign, guys. I don't know. New light heavyweight champion, ankalaev. Congrats. He did a really good job. If you guys are talking robbery, you don't understand anything from MMA. So let's not talk about robbery. That's completely BS. This guy won, and actually, he got this title shot very, very late, right? So I think we should give him some props. Even if we don't like him or we don't like his fighting style, we should give him some props. No more Shama.
Drama erupts in the UFC as Alex Pereira's shocking title loss takes a scandalous turn. Hours after being dethroned by Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 313, a viral video shows Pereira's ex-girlfriend gleefully celebrating his defeat, calling it karma. But the former champ isn't staying down, firing back with a savage clapback. Is this MMA's messiest breakup feud yet? His ex-fiancée, Christine, went viral for celebrating his defeat. From accusations of betrayal to public feuds, their toxic breakup has fans divided. What really happened between them? Let's uncover the behind story. Alex Pereira, the Brazilian UFC star renowned for his striking power, began dating German model and MMA content creator Christine in early 2022. Their relationship quickly became public through social media posts, showcasing romantic moments. Fans admired their bond as the couple shared glimpses of their life together, after Pereira proposed in early 2023. However, their engagement took a shocking turn only a month later when rumors of trouble emerged. By late 2023, both had deleted photos of each other from their social media accounts and unfollowed one another. The breakup became public when Pereira revealed the reason behind their split during an interview in January 2024. He discovered that Christine was married during their relationship. Pereira explained, "It's a little hard to talk about this because, for me, I already deleted this person from my life. I would also like to ask my fans to delete her from your life. It was a person I believed in. I put her in my house together with my family. After all, I found out she was married." Christine denied these allegations. The breakup marked the beginning of an ongoing feud between Pereira and Christine. While Pereira focused on his fighting career, Christine made cryptic posts hinting at deeper issues in their relationship. In one Instagram story from August 2023, she wrote, "Never date a man who loves his fame more than you," sparking speculation about trust issues. On March 8, 2025, Alex Pereira faced Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 313 in Las Vegas, in what was expected to be a historic title defense for the Brazilian fighter. Despite his reputation for explosive striking, Pereira struggled against Ankalaev's grappling-heavy approach and lost via unanimous decision after 5 rounds. The defeat marked Pereira's lowest statistical performance in a title fight. He landed only 11 head strikes over 5 rounds, setting a record low for a UFC championship bout. Christine seized the moment to publicly mock Pereira's loss through social media posts that quickly went viral. Fans were divided over her actions. Some viewed her comments as petty revenge fueled by unresolved anger, while others argued that she had every right to express herself after what she claimed was an emotionally taxing relationship. Following his split from Christine, Alex Pereira was briefly linked with fellow Brazilian UFC fighter Poliana Viana after both shared Instagram posts suggesting closeness. However, these rumors were short-lived, as both unfollowed each other and removed related content from their accounts. Pereira later clarified that he respects Viana's character, but denied any romantic involvement. "Poliana is a very simple person. I see a lot of potential in her."
Alex, a lot of fans they really enjoy your relationship with Poliana Viana. What is it about your personality and hers that has worked together so well so quickly?
Bom, acho que a nossa simplicidade, a Poliana é uma pessoa assim muito simples, tá conquistando o seu espaço, eu vejo muito potencial nela e A gente estava conversando esses dias, né? Pô, quem está no UFC, lógico, o sonho é se tornar campeã.
Well, I think the fact of her simplicity plays a big part of it, and I think that's what the fans like. I talked to her the other day, you know what I mean? Like, she's very humble, and asked what she looked forward in the UFC. She said that she want to be a UFC champion. So I told her that me and my team can maybe help her get to that goal. You know what I mean? I think her charisma, she's very charismatic. I'm not as charismatic, you know what I mean? I think just fans like how I act, but I think this is that.
Despite the drama surrounding UFC 313, Dana White has hinted at plans for a rematch between Pereira and Ankalaev due to controversial scoring and fan demand for redemption. The feud between Alex Pereira and Christine raises questions about personal boundaries in public life. Christine's celebration of Pereira's loss may resonate with those who feel wronged in relationships, but alienates fans who view sportsmanship as paramount.
É isso aí, pessoal. Algumas marcas. Bom, mas estou bem. Descansar um pouco. Já estou voltando.
UFC 313 just delivered one of the most electrifying moments in light heavyweight history. Magomed Ankalaev, the relentless Dagestani grappler, shocked the MMA world by dethroning Alex Pereira, the feared Brazilian knockout artist. In a gritty 5-round battle, Ankalaev's dominance left Pereira unable to rise, ending his reign in brutal fashion, and Magomed Ankalaev became the new light heavyweight champion. The fight began with both fighters sizing each other up. Pereira opened aggressively with his signature leg kicks, targeting Ankalaev's lead leg to disrupt his movement. The Brazilian landed several hard kicks, causing visible redness on Ankalaev's calf by the end of the round. Ankalaev responded with calculated counters and maintained a defensive posture, avoiding any significant damage. The round was closely contested, but slightly favored. Pereira, due to his effective striking, Ankalaev shifted gears in the second round, utilizing his striking to disrupt Pereira's rhythm. A straight left hand from Ankalaev rocked Pereira just before the bell, marking the first significant moment of the fight. While Pereira continued to rely on leg kicks, Ankalaev's combinations began to land more frequently. The Russian's ability to mix punches with front kicks kept Pereira guessing and set the tone for what was to come. The third round saw Ankalaev implement his grappling game plan. He pressed Pereira against the cage repeatedly, wearing him down with clinch work and short strikes. Although Pereira managed to land a few clean shots during brief exchanges in open space, Ankalaev's control in the clinch sapped the champion's energy. By this point, it was clear that Ankalaev's strategy was to neutralize Pereira's power by keeping him off balance and out of striking range. Ankalaev continued to dominate in the fourth round with relentless pressure. He mixed takedown attempts with striking combinations, forcing Pereira into a defensive shell. While Pereira landed a high kick that briefly stunned Ankalaev, it wasn't enough to turn the tide of the fight. The Russian fighter's conditioning and composure shone through as he maintained control against the cage and landed effective ground-and-pound strikes whenever opportunities arose. The final round was a test of endurance for both fighters. Pereira came out aggressively, knowing he needed a finish to retain his title. He landed several jabs and another high kick that momentarily disrupted Ankalaev's momentum. However, Ankalaev quickly regained control by pinning Pereira against the fence once again. The Russian fighter closed out the fight with more clinch work and strikes from dominant positions, leaving no doubt in the judges' minds. When the final bell rang, both fighters raised their hands in anticipation of victory. However, it was Magomed Ankalaev who emerged triumphant via unanimous decision, 49-46, 48-47. His ability to neutralize Pereira's striking while maintaining constant pressure proved decisive. This victory marked Ankalaev's crowning achievement as he claimed the UFC light heavyweight championship and extended his unbeaten streak to 14 fights. In his post-fight interview,
"Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with the winner and new UFC light heavyweight champion, Magomed Ankalaev. It's been a long time coming. It took so long for you to get this title shot. How happy are you with this victory?
Ankalaev expressed gratitude to his team and supporters, while acknowledging that he could have performed even better. "This has been such a long journey," he said. "The title is now around my waist, because of hard work and belief." Meanwhile, Pereira remained gracious in defeat, vowing to return stronger, after taking some time off to recover Magomed Ankalaev's victory. So, what lies ahead for both fighters? What do you think is next for Magomed Ankalaev? Can he successfully defend his title against other top contenders? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Punch Talk for more in-depth analysis, fight breakdowns, and all the latest news in the world of MMA. This isn't just a title fight. It's a war between a knockout king and a grappling beast, and only one will walk out of the cage alive. The stage is set for one of the most explosive UFC main events of 2025. Reigning light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira, a knockout artist and undefeated Dagestani contender Magomed Ankalaev. It all started with a cryptic tweet. On January 16th, Pereira teased fans with a vague, "Stay tuned, chama." The MMA world exploded with speculation, and fans immediately connected the dots. "We all know it's Ank," tweeted one supporter, while another warned, "My goat will bury Ankalaev alive." But Pereira had previously dismissed Ankalaev, tweeting, "It won't be Ankalaev," in December 2024, sparking a viral feud. Ankalaev fired back, calling Pereira a chicken, and vowing to hurt him like never before. The tension reached a boiling point when UFC CEO Dana White confirmed the fight during UFC 311's broadcast. Ankalaev, tired of waiting, tweeted, "Brazil, sorry what I'm going to do to your boy." A not-so-subtle dig at Pereira's fanbase. Pereira never one to back down. He clarified his earlier remarks. "I said it wouldn't be Ankalaev who beats me. This isn't just a title defense, it's personal." Alex Pereira, with a professional record of 12 wins and only 2 losses, is a former kickboxing phenom who has transitioned seamlessly into the world of mixed martial arts. Known for his devastating knockout power, Pereira's fists are often described as being made of stone. Standing tall at 6 feet 4 inches, he possesses an impressive 80-inch reach, which he uses to keep his opponents at bay while setting up his infamous left hook. This lethal strike has been the downfall of many legends in the sport, including Israel Adesanya and Jamahal Hill, both of whom fell victim to Pereira's precision and power inside the octagon. On the other side of the cage stands Magomed Ankalaev, a fighter with a record of 20 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. Ankalaev is a different kind of beast altogether. Hailing from Dagestan, a region renowned for producing some of the most dominant grapplers in MMA history, Ankalaev is a sambo specialist with a well-rounded skill set. While he is primarily known for his grappling prowess, he also carries knockout power in his hands, making him a dual threat. Ankalaev is currently riding an impressive 13-fight unbeaten streak, got a reputation for suffocating opponents on the ground. The key question: can Pereira keep the fight standing? Ankalaev's camp has openly mocked Pereira's grappling, with one analyst noting, "He's been dancing on TikTok while I've been climbing mountains and swimming in freezing lakes." Ankalaev's trash talk has reached legendary levels. In February 2025, he tweeted, "Alex been making videos like a TikTok chick. He will never be the same after this fight." Pereira, meanwhile, has leaned into his stoic persona, posting training clips with captions like, "Chama," Portuguese for flame, a subtle reminder of his killer instinct. Other fighters have also weighed in. Jamahal Hill, whom Pereira knocked out at UFC 300, called the champ lucky, and accused him of capitalizing on a groin-shot pause. The former champion said, "Now there was a fight and a lot of people have a lot to say. I've seen some of the controversy of people speaking on the stoppage and things like that. With Herb after I kicked Alex in the hip, and it appeared to be a low blow. And I'm just going to say, just protect yourself at all times, you know? My feelings on it honestly just don't matter, you know? Just for the simple fact, a lot of people didn't like how I sold the fight. They didn't like the build-up to the fight, you know? They don't like me personally. So it's irrelevant. I just take it as a lesson learnt and just grow from it from there. Jiří Procházka, Pereira's two-time victim, warned, Ankalaev's ground game is a nightmare. Former champion Jiří Procházka has made a bold prediction. If Ankalaev stays true to his word and keeps the fight standing, he will likely lose to Pereira. Procházka, who has faced Pereira twice in the octagon, knows firsthand the challenges that come with fighting the current light heavyweight champion. Procházka emphasized that Ankalaev's best chance of winning lies in utilizing his ground game, which he considers a significant strength. He stated, if Ankalaev will keep his word, if he'll keep his word, I think Alex will win. This sentiment highlights the tactical aspect of the fight. Even Khamzat Chimaev took shots, aligning with Ankalaev and calling Pereira overrated. If talk about predictions, who leaves Las Vegas with the belt? The stakes couldn't be higher. For Pereira, a win cements his status as the UFC's most dominant striker. For Ankalaev, it's a chance to silence doubters and claim a title 7 years in the making. Analysts are split. Pereira's reach and power give him an edge on the feet, but Ankalaev's wrestling could neutralize the Brazilian's offense. Joe Rogan recently shared his insights on the highly anticipated fight between Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev, which is set to take place at UFC 313. His analysis touches on the dynamics of their rivalry and the implications for both fighters. In an episode of his podcast, Rogan discussed the complexities surrounding Pereira's reluctance to fight Ankalaev immediately. He pointed out that while Ankalaev is a formidable opponent, Pereira seems to be using strategic delays as a response to Ankalaev's trash talk. Rogan noted, Ankalaev is very dangerous, and he's been on a winning streak for a long time, but Alex doesn't like that he talks SHT. So he's like, feck him, make him wait, 12.
Craig Jones, Gordon. Look how big Pereira is. Alex Pereira's cornering Sean Strickland. Look how big he is, dude.
How about him and Aspinall were supposed to do it?
How big is Pereira? That's so crazy that they fought, and now Pereira's the light heavyweight champ. Who the fuck has ever won 2 world titles quicker than that guy?
Tank.
Without a doubt. I think with Izzy, though, like he talked about that left leg getting compromised, the calf kicks. You know, I mean, Pereira landed like 6 calf kicks in that first round, like hard ones. Yeah, that's why I'm amazed that Pereira, who's walks around like 40 pounds heavier than 185. I mean, he's fucking huge.
Yeah, but usually the big boys also could have more water to release. You know, the 205ers, the 85ers, the heavyweights.
Former UFC champion Daniel Cormier recently had an interesting interaction with Pereira, where he demonstrated Pereira's infamous calf kick technique. Cormier expressed his admiration for Pereira's striking skills, emphasizing how effective they can be in a fight. In a light-hearted exchange, Pereira showcased the kick while joking about its intensity, highlighting his confidence and skills.
Alex Pereira kicked my leg. I was like, this shit hurts.
That dude has the weirdest leg kicks. They're so sneaky.
My cousin had the
He's
greatest.
so clever at it.
My cousin had the greatest analogy for Pereira.
He said he'll keep fighting guys, and then there'll be nowhere to run. If he gets through this fight on Saturday, and I walk up to him with that microphone, in English, could he say, Pereira, stop running? Because then that would get him a title fight. If he could say that in English, look at that camera, that would get him a title fight.
Alex, stop running away.
Stop running away.
Yeah, like this. Away. Alex, stop running away. Alex, stop running away. Say that all together.
Alex, stop running away.
UFC 313 isn't just about gold, it's about legacy. Will Pereira's fists write another knockout chapter, or will Ankalaev's grappling rewrite the story? With bad blood, bold predictions, and a main event guaranteed to deliver fireworks, March 8th can't come soon enough. As Pereira would say, chama. Let it burn. So what are your thoughts on this upcoming super fight? Who will lead this fight? Share your thoughts in the comments section. And don't forget to like and subscribe Punch Talk for more MMA and UFC updates.